Welcome, modern day mystics, fellow truth seekers. James and Justin back again with another 21 Notes reaction. We are going to continue the series. We are in episode 7. We've been allowed to do a reaction on this full episode today, so it won't just be a clip like some of our other videos. And then hopefully we're going to reconnect with the creator after this episode and see if we can get that interview with all your questions out there. So if you have a question for the creator, leave it in the comments and we'll ask it to him.
Can we get a quick recap? Where are we in the Valmiki story?
Shut up. I do not. I'm lost. It's fascinating. As it gets going, hopefully I'll remember some things.
You're right. That was my smart-assy thing. I'm historically bad with technical information. Information men and grown adults and intelligent women are supposed to be able to receive. I'm like, oh, it's too technical. It's too important to know the details, and so I struggle with that.
The good thing is a lot of these videos have a recap, so maybe we'll do a little recap, and then anyway, we'll get back to it after the video's done.
This is Valmiki Ramayan, Season 1, Episode 7, Vaneras. Who were the Vaneras? Were they monkeys? Or were they primitive tribes? Or were they a different race altogether? The answer is most emphatically none of the above. Valmiki has spelled out in no uncertain terms that the Vaneras were Vanacharinaha, people who roamed in the forests. And they were not a different race. Their genetic roots were the same as that of the city dwellers. Also, not only were they physically very strong, but they were extremely intelligent too. The Vaneras wore a tail and a headdress like a monkey, just as some tribal communities wear horns on their head. But there is no doubt that they were humans. Even in our times, fat cats in white shirts and black suits may look like penguins, but they are not penguins, nor are they cats. They are CEOs, investment bankers, and management consultants. And not all the forest-dwelling folks wore tails. Some resembled bears. Essentially, Vanam Rati iti Vanarah. The one who lives off the forest is a Vanar. Over time, the meaning became more limited, and the word Vanar started being used to denote monkeys only. Further, Valmiki says, Rukshishu cha tatha jata Vanarah kinnarishu cha. Some of the Vanaras were born to forest dwellers who dressed up like bears, and to Gandharvas. If Ruksha referred to bears and not to people who wore a bearskin, and Vanaras referred to monkeys and not to people who donned a face mask and a tail, then the above sentence by Valmiki would mean that monkeys were born to bears, which is obviously not what he meant. These forest communities were not a different race compared to the city dwellers, for Valmiki has said, distinguished rishis, siddhas, vidyadharas, uragas, charanas begot heroic sons who became forest dwellers. Note, some of the Vanaras were born to rishis, just like some of the Rakshasas, including Ravan, as well as some of the citizens of Ayodhya and other cities. The notion that forest communities were primitive people that were racially different from city-based people is absolutely false. Vanaras were physically very powerful, and they were also very intelligent. The intelligence part unfortunately got glossed over in some of the later retellings. But Valmiki is clear. The Vanaras were Nayadnyan Buddhi Sampannan Vishnutulya Parakraman, knowers of statecraft, endowed with intellect, and equal to Vishnu in prowess. Further, they were spread across forests and mountains throughout the world. Once again, the notion that the Vanaras were only in South India is completely incorrect. Iyam Prithvi Saparvata Vanarnava Kirna Taihi. This earth, with its mountains, forests, and seas, was pervaded by them. And Bhuv Samavrita Babhuva. The earth became covered by them. Extremely unfortunately, Vanaras are almost always characterized as monkeys in popular culture. Look at most contemporary comics, cartoons, or pictures on Ramayana. But look further back in history, and there is no confusion. For example, in the sculptures depicting Ramayana scenes at Ellora and Angkor Wat, Hanuman and the Vanaras are shown in a form, size, and proportion very similar to Ram and Lakshman. The only difference is that they are wearing a mask and a tail. After that background of the Vanaras in general, Valmiki now introduces the leaders among the Vanaras who will play a crucial role in the story later on. Vali, Sugriv, Tara, Nal, Neel, and Hanuman. Hanuman, born in Kishkinda in present-day Karnataka, and in popularity unmatched throughout India. The Hanuman Chalisa in Hindi, the Maruti Stotra in Marathi, and similar prayers in all languages. He is on everyone's lips in times that call for brave action or even otherwise. Now, what made this Vanar reach such exalted stature? We will have to wait many seasons to find that answer. With that short diversion out of Ayodhya to understand the background of the Rakshasas and the Vanaras, we will now head back into the city in the next episode. Life in the city is as good as it gets. But there is danger lurking not too far. Terrorist cells are beginning to pop up way too close to ignore. Iti, her, asa. That is how it happened.
All right.
Wow, we've come across those
The Vanaras.
Vanaras many times in the stories, and we've commented on the monkey thing.
I had no idea they were wearing masks.
Neither would I.
Yeah,
And that talk about a hardcore move, like all the time.
Yeah.
Staying in a monkey mask with the tail.
Yeah. It got me thinking about a couple things, like why did they choose not to live in Ayodhya when it was the amazing city? Pretty much, essentially, like has been depicted as perfect. Essentially, why are the Ravanas not there, and why are the Vanaras not there? But maybe it's a choice by the Vanaras because they said that the Vanaras live in the forest and they're super strong. We sometimes see that with people. People choose to live without the luxuries of modern technology in our society, and maybe that's kind of what's going on there.
Depending on how ancient these stories are coming from, like how ancient they are, like I can't help but think, because you can find out how much Neanderthal DNA you have.
Yeah.
I wonder, because I think there were different variations of human on the earth at the same time. You know what I mean? Like there was like sapiens and Neanderthals, and I think there was like other ones too, or at least one other one. And I wonder if that plays a factor. Like
how much Neanderthal was?
Well, maybe the Vanaras were Neanderthals.
Yeah. Possibly. I think we've made a comment like that before, and some have said, yeah, they think that's the case, and then others have been like, no, that's not the case.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if it's decided on. We've heard a lot about Hanuman, and this is the first time I've ever heard that they were wearing masks.
Yeah, me.
So that changes the whole thing.
Yeah,
because when you see pictures of Hanuman, to me it looks like it's all one thing.
I always thought they would just. That's why I said I knew I picked it for a reason. I was like monkeys, and then he was like not monkeys.
Yeah.
I wonder how many other people make that mistake. It might be something only people that aren't ingrained in the culture make the mistake of, but
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, so to me, like we're on season or episode 7 now, and a lot of it, I think, of the information that we've been getting here is just like all the background information you kind of like need to know to like try even understand the story when it gets going. It hasn't even started, and we're like halfway through season 1. So, but out there, for our audience out there, we only want to do this if you guys are enjoying this, right? If we, and usually that's monitored by views and subscribes and likes and all that stuff and comments. So you guys got to let us know that you want us to continue to do this. So please leave your comments in there. And then again, I'm looking forward to talking to the creator. I hope we can get the creator on here. I'd be sad we've ramped this up for 7 episodes now that we're going to try and get the creator on. Well, we're going to stop it here, and hopefully we can. And then if we get him on and he can answer some questions, maybe after, if you guys still want to go, we'll continue with the series. But let us know inside the comments. But hopefully you guys enjoyed our reaction on this. This is a fun series. If you like it, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, share this with a friend, and everyone until next time, stay spiritual.